So, for instance, in Africa, I believe in the 18th century is when they finally discovered the djembe. But talking drums was another aspect of drum culture, and that was found in the Sri Lankan period about 2,500 years ago. In South America, in Peru, that's where I'm from, cajon is the main national drum, and that was founded in the early 17th century, at least my grandfather says. Even through research, it's 17th, 18th century. Cajon is a national instrument, just like the drums of Africa was the cultural instrument as well. Drums are used for celebration and also rituals, and they were used for call and response during wartime. They say the Aztec nation in Mexico, the Aztec warriors would have drum signals to signal the warriors whether to retreat or to move forward. So drum trace back, I'm sure farther than this 18th century, but as far as I guess being documented, they've been found pretty recently. Timpanis are considered like a melodic bass drum because you can tune it to a certain note. That's why they're more in the pit. We call it the pit, especially in drum corps, it's the pit. They have the marimba and the xylophone. Those are all percussion instruments too, though, because it's still stick-based, even though it's not an actual drum. But timpanis, yes, are drums. Those are melodic and harmony-based drums. The drums back in, I believe, like 1940s, during the World War I, the bass drums are huge. They were probably maybe 35, 40-inch bass drums, because the orchestra and the band needed to attract a lot of attention, so the drums are really big for a big, broad sound. Of course, over the years, the drums have gotten smaller, but the drum set, I believe, originated like in the 1920s during the Velvet era. Basically during New Orleans 1920s, because the symphonies, orchestras, and ensembles, they needed the same sound of percussion at all times, but they didn't want to hire a lot of musicians to save money. So that's when the drum set was created. So they still got the bass drum, they still got the crash cymbals, still got the hi-hat, still got the snare, they still got the floor tom, which was supposed to be, I guess, like a timpani back in the day. So they created the drum set to hire fewer musicians to save money. And the drums are a lot bigger. And now it's like out of maple or mahogany wood. Some even can be out of metal, like metal frames. Back in the day, I believe it was all pure wood based. So, and the wood changes the sound. So drums keep developing all the time. Even the skin, these are ambassador coated heads. Coated heads are more for jazz playing. It has a lot of resonance, but clear heads are more controlled sound, and it allows it to basically control the sound. It gives it more compact, funk, hip hop feel, when coated heads are more of a jazz feel. So it just depends what kind of sound you're going for. But like I said, even the drum heads and the wood and the materials used have changed.